Okay, this is today's homework. I think we did this in class, so I'm going to do this one or vice versa. So I'll do one of them so you know what to do. Because there is a b, the y-intercept, we can use the formula y equals mx plus b. That's slope-intercept form, okay? Because we have b is right here, that's 2. And then we don't put a dot at 1. We don't put a dot at 2. Put a dot at 3 right there. That works. Okay, and then we go from there. Our slope, our rate of change, this m here, is going up 2 over 3. Up 2 over 3x plus, and y equals. And the other one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7, not negative 6. That's negative 7. Okay. So the b, or the y-intercept, is at negative 7. The slope, it's obviously going down. Nope, 1 doesn't work. Put a dot there. 2, we don't put a dot at 2 either. Yep, we put a dot at 3 right there. So this is going down 1 over 3. Down 1 over 3. Okay, and then we use substitution. That means you make 2 over 3x plus 2. Take that, equals to this. Equals negative 1/3 x minus 7. We add a third x, add a third x. That gets you a negative 7. 3 over 3 is 1 whole, or if some of you don't want to work with fractions, you can always get rid of them. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 2x plus 6 equals 2. Negative 1x plus a negative 21. Okay, and then you add 1x, add 1x. 3x plus 6 equals to negative 21. Then you minus 6, you get negative 27. 3x divided by 3. X equals to negative 9. Does that make sense? Yes, because it's going this way, x, negative 9, and some number, another negative number there. Okay, so negative 9 seems to be correct. Alrighty, so I'm going to use, I like to use positive, so especially when I multiply, I'm going to use this one right there. I'm going to use y equals 2 over 3x plus 2. I'm going to substitute this negative 9 into there, into x right here. Okay, 2 over 3 times negative 9 plus 2, cross cancel. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. So it will cross at negative 9, negative 4. Does that make sense? Yeah, I can cross somewhere over here. Right there. Yep, makes sense. Always check to see if your answer makes sense, okay? Okay, for this one, we'll be on your next test, quiz and test. So be ready for it. A person eats 280 calories a day. The chart below shows a choice in food and its calories. Additionally, the table provides the percentage a person needs for each food type a day. Okay, veggie, 1 bowl is 245 calories. That's 30% of your meal you need to eat. Steak, 1 piece, sorry, keep spelling piece wrong. It's that many calories, 65% of your meal. And that's what people eat. It should be the other way around, right, you guys? Make this into decimal. You never work with percent, you work with decimals. times that by their daily calories that they need to take. Each one of them. That should get you, see the calculator, 0.35 times 2800 equals 980. Divide that by this calorie here, 245. Then the other one you do the same. 0.65 times that by 2800, 1820. And divide that by this calorie right here. That's the daily, for each serving, to find how much to eat each day. Okay. And that should get you 5 pieces of steak. That's a lot of steak. No, it must be a lean steak. And when you divide that, should have done that first, huh? Gets you 4 cups of fruit, 4 bowls of veggies, 4 bowls of veggies. Okay, how much did each type of food must be eaten each day? Okay, 4 bowls of veggies and 5 pieces of steak. Answer the question though. Don't leave this blank on a test, even though you have it here. If there were 4 people that you need to feed for 4 days, how much of each type of food would need to be bought? Okay. 4 people for 4 days. Well, that's for one person right here. That's for one person. So for 4 people, you multiply it by 4. 4 times 4. 5 times 4. For 4 person for a day, you need 16 pieces of veggies, 20 pieces of meat a day. Okay, and then you times it for another 4 days, times it by 4 days. You need 64 pieces of that fruit, veggies, bowls of veggies, and 80 pieces of meat. Okay? All right. Another scenario. If veggies were 200 calories a bowl and steaks were 700 calories a piece, should have said piece, sorry for the error. Write an equation to find how much of each food you must consume each day to get your needed total calories per day. Okay, let X be the number of bowls, let Y be the pieces of steak. So let X be the number of bowls. Sorry, all reminders. This is veggies. And then here's the steak by piece. Okay. Then graph. Okay. Write the equation, then graph. Okay, let X be the bowls. So 200 calories, A means time. Bowl X, 20 pieces, and means plus. A means times per pieces. Y, pieces of steak is Y. So you get 200 X plus 700. Y equals to, okay, how many calories total? Oh, calories total, 2,800 up here. Okay, and then you need to graph using X and Y intercept. When it's in standard form, you can graph using X and Y intercept. Okay, so X-intercept is 200, X equals to 28. Remember, we pretend this doesn't exist, X-intercept. Okay, divide by 200, you get 14. So 14 bowls of veggies. Okay, the Y-intercept, we pretend X doesn't exist, so 700. Y equals to 2,800. Hello? Oh, they don't even tell me which child. Okay. All right, let's graph that. Y is 4. We'll number this 1, 2, 3, 4. Y is 4. X is 14. Well, we'll number it by 2's because 1 won't work. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 right there. Graph it, and that's it. Now be careful. I'll skip all this and be careful with this one here. And most classes we did in class, but if we didn't, this is should say tile here. Okay. Your family is in the business of sales tiles for people to make their floor look beautiful. The rent for the building for the tile is this much plus the electricity. These are all cost. And each means time. Tile your family buys is $1. So the cost then, the cost formula is Y equals to, and Y represents cost. Y equals to 650 to rent the building plus the $100 a month. This, okay, plus $1 per tile. Okay, your family plans to sell the tile for $3 each. For $3, so each tile is $3. So Y equals to $3 per tile. So X then equals to the number of tiles. And Y also represents income, because this Y here represents income, both in dollars. So X then represents the number of tiles. The Y represents cost and income in dollars. Okay. Determine the break-even point for making the for selling the tiles, making and selling the tiles. Okay. The cost of buying a tile, anyways. Okay, the cost formula is this. The income is that, so we can use substitution. We can say we substitute this into here where Y is. 3x equals to, we can combine these two. 750 plus 1x minus 1x. Okay, 2x equals to 750, divide by 2. X equals to 375. So X represents the number of tiles, so 375 tiles. When will profit and cost be the same, which makes it equal to 0? And multiply that. We'll use y equals to 3x, this equation. 3x, so 3 times 375. Use a calculator for that. 3 times 375 is 1,125. $1,125. Okay, so when you're graphing this, the only way I know how to do this, using these equations where they meet here, is use a table. X represents the tiles you're buying and selling, and this represents the cost of it, and this represents the income of what you're going to make. So first thing is to choose a 0. 0 is the easiest. The cost is for 0 tiles. Okay, cost for 0, if you put 0 under X right here, okay, multiply that, you still get 750. So basically, what I mean by that is you use this cost, okay, 750 plus 1x, and where x is 0, x here is 0, you substitute in 0 there, okay, that leaves you 750. Income, this is your income equation, 3x, x is 0, substitute in 0, 0 here for this x, you get 0, you made nothing. If you sold nothing, you make nothing. Make sense? Okay. So the next one you would choose is the break-even point, this point, 375 tiles. It's going to cost you $1,125. The income you're going to make is another $1,125. You're going to make that much, but it costs you this much. Basically, profit is 0 at that point. Okay, if you had to explain it. Now I need 3 numbers to make it work. Let's say it's 400, or be brave and choose 500 tiles. See what happens. Okay, so with 500 tiles, you can choose 4. 4 is reasonable too. Probably easier. You get 750 plus 1 times 500. So this will be what? $1,250. $1,250 in cost. This is cost. Okay, how much are you going to make though if you sell 500 tiles? Okay, let's say 3 times 3x. So 3 times, instead of x, you replace it with 500. There's 500 here. That's $1,500. Hey, you made 250 bucks. You sell and made that much, but then after you pay everything, you still have $250, right? Profit is $250. Okay, and that's all you need to do. Now graph your cost line. Your biggest number is 1,500. 500 tiles. Let's see, how do we fit 500 in how many boxes are there? 10? What do you guys think? We can't do 100, then our graph is too low. 1,000. 100, the graph's too small, and you're only halfway. 250. That means if I do 250, this is 500, right? No, we want 500. What am I thinking? 100, 50, 50, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500. Oh, what perfect number of tiles. Oh, the cost is a little bit more bearing, 1,500, okay? When you do 100, we only go to 1,000. 200, 20,000. Right? That would work. 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,600. That's all I need. Right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Yep, making sure I count right. Okay. All right, so I think that's all I need for numbers, okay? Let's do the cost line first. Cost, 0, 750. Well, this is 800. 750, that's 700, 750 is about right there. Okay? 375 and 1125. 375, 350, 375, 1125. Okay, 1125. This is 1200. So 1125 is right underneath 1200. Okay, and then the last one is 500. This one, 500, 1250. Goes to 1200. 13 is halfway, so half of that somewhere there. Okay, and then we draw a line. There we go. Best describe it. Love computer, straighten it out for you. Okay, this is your cost. Okay, now your income. Let's do an income line. So 0, 0, oops, 0, 0 is our first one. Right here, we're going to 0, this 0 there. And then 375 and 11, oh, that's the same one as that. That's our break-even point. 500 and 1,500. Oh, 500 goes up to 1,500, which is halfway right there, right? And then connect those dots. And it's wonderful to have a computer to make it perfect for you. And this is your income line. There you go. And then everything else is, there's an example for you. This is a to negative a to the 4th power and c to the 5th power. Negative m to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th power, n to the 3rd power. This because that's a negative 1, right? So that's negative 1. 6 to the 3rd power, b to the 2nd power, h to the 3rd power. Easy stuff, right? This is negative 1 times that. So it's negative. We make the 1 invisible. 3 to the 5th power, and y to the 4th power, and z to the 3rd power. That's easy, right, you guys? I'm not going to do any more of this. It's basically what it is. So this is 5mn to the 1, 2, 3, 4th power, and 1 times 1, oh, times L. Looks like L to the 3rd power. Okay, something like that. Okay, this one here is negative 6m. That's a 1, so that 1 becomes invisible. To the 1, 2, 3, 4th power. Oh no. Make sure I have the parentheses, because you have to with it like that. That's saying that there's 4 of these. If you did what I did here, it's saying there's only 1 6 and 4 m's. That's incorrect. Once you put a parentheses around it, it says that there's 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, whole thing. So make sure you put the parentheses in when you group them together like that. Then n to the third. Okay? So this is negative 4b. Make sure the parentheses is there. To the second, a to the third, c squared. Okay? That's how you do them. Okay, find the area of shaded region. Okay, first half a circle. That's pi r squared divided by 2 plus the rectangle, length times width, 10 times an unknown. So you have to do, because there's an unknown, you have to do Pythagorean Theorem. A squared plus width squared, we're missing a width, equals to c squared. Okay, a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. 10 squared plus width squared equals to 13 squared. 100 plus w squared equals to 169. Minus 100 minus 100. W squared equals to 69. Take the square root. Square root of that is, let's see, 64 is 8. That's 8 times 8. 9 times 9 is 81. So this is probably 8.2. Let's say this is 8.2. I don't have a calculator. I'm just guessing. But remember, when you're guessing 8.2, you have to do this, right? Find the closest one. I don't have time. But you guys have a calculator. Get a more accurate answer. This is the only calculator I have. Doesn't have square root. So I'm just guessing 8.2 because that's the closest one. I hope I guess right. It's an educated guess is what we know. 3.14 times radius. Radius, the diameter is 10. So radius is 5. Put that in your calculator, get your answer. As you can see, this calculator doesn't help. Then add it to 10 times 8.2. You need to explain all this that you did here. Okay? All right, and these we did in class, so I'm not worried. I explained all the other ones. I hope you understand what that negative means. That this means negative 1 times 1 squared. So the base is negative 1 and 1. The exponents are the invisible 1 here and 2 there. And your answer here is a negative 1. Okay. These, I just want you to understand that this is negative 1 times 2 to the third. That gives you negative 8. Base is negative 1 and 2. Exponents okay. This is negative 1 times 3 to the 4th. Base is negative 1 and 3. Exponent is, oh, this is 3 and 1. This here has an exponent of 1. Okay? Something like that. Okay, I hope this helps and you understand this better. I think everything else you're pretty good, right? This means negative 1 times 2 to the 5th. So the base is negative 1 and 2. Okay. Exponents. So I forgot exponents. Are 1. This exponent here is 1. That's 5. 5. Okay.